Hello traders, good morning. How you guys doing? All right, so we're gonna do a quick dive on market analysis for this week, guys. All right, so we are taking a kickstart from Bitcoin and to see what opportunities we have. So if you like this kind of content, you can subscribe to this channel. And for new guys that are watching our video for the first time, we are using a concept of wave analysis. So I'm just going to explain this concept before I start doing the analysis on the market. Okay, so this concept establishes that once a market makes an impulse and there is a corresponding correction that takes a longer time than this first impulse. That is to say, after this first impulse, we have a minimum 3-wave move down. The time it spends at this place will be more than this time at this place. Then whenever this completes, there will be a corresponding impulse. So we have an impulse, we have a correction, we have an impulse. All right, so everything I'm going to tell you now is based on this concept, which explains, the dynamics of the market, the fractional nature of the market, and what have you. Now, if you understand this concept, it will remove the guesswork from your mind and will help you to see the market clearly, establishing a concept that, once you see it, you will not be able to unsee it again. All right, so let's have a quick dive on the market. So here we're taking a look on the Bitcoin, guys. Now, our traders know that Bitcoin have been very, very bullish from the past. We have seen this happening and we know that this definitely is going to happen. So when we start paying attention to Bitcoin was when we saw, this market gives us an impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse correction, impulse. So to us, this is a complete structure, guys. And when this breakout happened here, we are like, okay, definitely this market is going to push high. And from this what we are seeing now, this market is about maybe it will definitely break the all-time high and keep pushing high. All right, so at this point, what then do we have the opportunity for us this week, guys? So that's the most important thing, not what has happened. So here we have this. If you look at the market critically, we have seen an impulse here. We have seen an impulse, a correction, an impulse, a correction, an impulse. So this breakout that is happening this morning, guys, if it holds, definitely this is going to be the breakout that will break this all-time high. And bear in mind, once this all-time high is broken, guys, there will be a reaction. A lot of guys will sell, so there might be a spike down and then spike up. Let's go down to a bigger time frame so we might see what actually the opportunity will be for us, what we should be expecting when the market breaks the all-time high. So as you can see from the weekly time frame, you can see this market is very, very bullish. So nothing stops it from pushing high from this point, and it might drop one more time and keep pushing high. So this opportunity we are seeing from the bigger time frame. So obviously the Bitcoin is very, very bullish at this point. So as for us traders that trade, few expecting the market to give us a few pips. So we're expecting now, this is for us to enter this trade. I'm just explaining this to you guys. So for us to enter this trade, in the 30 minutes time frame, what we're expecting, let this market close above this kind of channel. So once the candle closes above the channel, that indicates that the market will keep pushing high. If not, there will be a sell-off that will be coming. Okay, so we're expecting at the close of this and retest of it, that will be a buy for us. So but in case you've not joined the market, just hold on and see where the market closes above it. Now yesterday night we took this trade, and let me explain to you guys. It was a beautiful one. It was a beautiful trade we took yesterday, and that was on 5 minutes time frame. So the 5 minutes time frame, we saw an opportunity that played out very beautifully. So we have these concepts seen, and the market was here actually. So we saw this complete structure, impulse correction, impulse. So this is a complete structure, and we have this impulse move up. Then the concept now establishes, okay, once this market gives us a 3-wave move down, then at this point there will be a reaction that will push the market to break this high. Okay, so but what we saw obviously was the market tag this low and start pushing high. Then we have this, we have this, we have this. So this is a concept we know, which is kind of expanding flat. So then we position ourselves at this point. So the market tagged us here, and boom, 1:5. We really enjoyed the trade. All right, so at this point now we are waiting for the market to give us a strong close at this point. You can see it's just dangling, but you can see even 5 minutes has closed above this, so that tells you that the momentum is very high. The bulls are back and they are very, very strong. But This is not part of our trading strategy. We are not jumping in there. This was one we missed. We missed this because I was now on the screen. This would have been a beautiful trade, a beautiful trade for us, but we actually missed this trade. So, but anyway, that's just what it is. So we are waiting for the market to either break high, give us a strong confirmation, a strong pattern that we recognize before we jump in there. All right, so let's look at the almighty gold, guys. These are the two pairs that we milk on a daily basis: the gold and Bitcoin. So gold is very bearish. Likewise, from Friday, we know that this market is going to drop, but we've not paid attention on gold because yesterday the market didn't open, and from there, it think there should be a gap from yesterday. Yeah, we're expecting the market to drop right from time. So this drop definitely is going to break this low. Okay, you see this drop is going to tag this horizontal line. That's what we're expecting all this while, all because what we have in mind is this: from the 4-hour time frame, once this market drop to break this, okay, so that will be at the break of this, that will be a spike up, okay, a spike, then the market comes down like this. So this is what we're expecting on gold. All right, so this is what we're expecting on gold this week. So just position yourself here. Once the market break this low, that is 3198, then look for a buy setup. If there's a buy setup there that you recognize, you might take the trade for a buy. All right, so let's take a look on other forex pairs. We have the pound Aussie. So this one here, there is a potential buy setup that is loading. Okay, it's a potential buy setup that is loading. Okay, so here on 4 hours, if I see opportunities for a buy, I will take a buy, and this buy will be to take the buy to this point before the market start dropping. All right, at least to this point. That is what I'll be expecting. Okay, but you see, as the market is dropping now, you need to be very careful. All right, because this might be trying to catch a falling line, but based on the pattern we recognize, we've seen this sharp down, we've seen this corrective move up, we've seen this 3-wave move down. So having established this, we are very confident that, okay, once there is a confirmation at this point on the lower time frame, the market is going to push high. Okay, so if you are seeing what I'm saying and you want to learn more about it, you can DM me, then I'll be able to guide you, show you how this pattern works and how you'll be able to begin to see them yourself. So, but there's a caveat there. If this market tries to break this low, if it breaks this low, it invalidates the whole stuff. But I don't think it will break this low. So that's just it. Then the next pair we're looking at now is Euro Yen. Okay, so we have the Euro Yen here. So on the Euro Yen, guys, what we can see here is a completion of this structure. It's either, if the market, there's a break of structure at this point. So the market might be we have seen this 3-wave move here. So 3-wave move here, and we've seen this drop. So to us, this is what it is. So we have this, we have this, we have this. So it's a complete structure. And there's a break of structure here. So if there's a break of this, that should be an indication for a sell. So let's take a look on the pound yen. So on the pound yen, guys, what you can see here is more like a complex structure. We have this 3-wave move up here. All right, so the market is giving us this complex structure impulse down. So I'm seeing this to be a more complex structure, like a B wave before the market drops. So this is what I'm saying. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So we'll be more interested in selling this for a long time when the market completes this move. Right? So if you understand this concept, you know that this is a very high probability setup if it plays out exactly this way, especially when the market breaks this counter trend that will be happening here. So watch out for a time the market breaks this counter trend. That will be a massive drop that will be coming here. So at the moment, we are still for scalpers. Yes, you can take a quick scalp to this point, before the market starts giving you a pattern for a sell. But for swing traders, just hold on, wait for a sell setup. So that's all we can see at that point. All right, so the dollar yen, since last week, I know that this market is very, very bullish, very, very bullish, and there is also a gap over the weekend. So this is what it is. It will keep pushing high until it keep pushing high. It's definitely gonna keep pushing high. Yeah, because this market has tagged this. So we expect this to keep pushing high. If you go to daily charts, so you see that if care is not taken, this might break this high again. Okay, might break this high. So we expect this to keep pushing high because it has completed the structure that we waited for. That structure we waited for here, impulse, correction, impulse. So we expect this to keep pushing high before it gives us a pullback, and there we go. So that's on the dollar yen. Okay, so looking at the pound, well, the pound is what we have seen here is the market has broken this, and now there's an impulse. It's kind of expanding flat, and it's dropping. So along this place now, it's going to pull back and continue dropping. So this is what we're expecting: a quick buy and continuation, continue selling. Okay, so this is what we're expecting on the pound. The pound Swiss already a buy and no clear structure at the moment, so we're waiting for the market to either pull back the test and give us more structure. Likewise, this the Swiss. Okay, so the CAD yen, let's take a look on that. Yeah, CAD yen, I know, yeah, is buying. Okay, so, and you know, I think there is this huge gap over the weekend. It's a huge gap over the weekend that's pushing the market up. So that's just what it is. Dogecoin, yeah, definitely Bitcoin is driving most of these pairs. All right, Bitcoin is driving them, and as Bitcoin keep pushing high, definitely it's going to be pushing high. Let's take a look on Ripple. Yeah, Ripple. I think Ripple is the one that is ready for the outbreak. All right, because if you ask me, this is one that if you want to buy at this point, I'm expecting this to break. This is the one that you might consider buying, but to conservatively, you might want to buy at this point. As it's breaking high, you join the trend. All right, because this still have a very much room to go. Let's take a look on it from. Oh, this is very good. Ripple is very good, guys. If you want to invest in Ripple. Oh yeah, because from the weekly time frame, we have seen that this has completed impulse correction impulse, and it has broken this. So I think it's a very good one. So definitely this is going to hit $5 to $6 from the current market price. Okay, so that's Ripple. So if you are trying to invest in crypto, invest in Ripple at this point. All right, so this is where we're drawing the curtain for today, guys. If you like this kind of content, kindly subscribe to the channel, like this video, share with your friend, and I'll see you guys next episode. Thank you.